I never thought I'd be the girl who gets cheated on. Let alone by the two people I love the most in the world, my fiancé and my baby sister. But here I am, telling the story I never thought I'd live through. My name's Mia. I'm 28. I used to believe in fairy tale endings. The kind of love that makes you feel like the whole universe aligned just to bring two people together. That's how it felt when I met Eric. He was 30, tall, soft-spoken, with this quiet confidence that made people listen when he spoke. We met at a bookstore, reaching for the same copy of The Alchemist. We laughed, talked, and ended up getting coffee. One cup turned into a 4-hour conversation. And before I knew it, we were inseparable. We moved in together after a year. He proposed after 3. It was everything I'd ever wanted. Until it wasn't. My sister Lila is 3 years younger than me. We're very different. Where I'm quiet and cautious, she's loud, spontaneous, and a bit wild. But I've always protected her. After our parents' divorce, I was the one who held her hand during the fights, helped her with homework, even taught her how to do eyeliner when she had her first date. So when she had a messy breakup and asked if she could crash with us for a while, I didn't hesitate. She was family. Of course she could stay. The first couple of weeks were fine. Lila was still sad, mostly kept to herself. Eric was sweet to her, he always had been. We were like this cozy little trio, ordering pizza, watching movies, comforting her through late-night cries. But then, little things started to feel off. Eric began putting a password on his phone. He used to leave it lying around all the time. Now, it was always in his pocket. Always face down. When I asked, he brushed it off. Work emails, he said. Confidential stuff. Lila suddenly got really into her appearance again. Which, in theory, was good. I was glad she was moving on. But it struck me as weird when she'd wear low-cut tops and short shorts just to hang around the house. Once, I saw her wearing one of my dresses. When I asked why, she giggled and said, "You never wear it anyway." Still, I ignored it. I told myself I was overthinking. That jealousy wasn't a good look. That I had to trust the people I loved. But then, there was that day I came home early. I'd left work after a client meeting got cancelled. When I opened the door, the house was quiet. Too quiet. I walked in and saw them sitting on the couch, way too close. Her legs were practically on his lap. They jumped apart like guilty kids caught stealing candy. "Oh, hey," Eric said, standing up so fast he knocked over a cushion. "Didn't expect you back so soon." My stomach twisted. But I smiled. Surprise. That night, I couldn't sleep. My brain kept playing it over and over. The way he looked at her. The way she touched his arm when she laughed. So I did something I never thought I'd do. I bought a hidden camera. Just a cheap one off Amazon, something I could place behind a picture frame in the living room. I hated myself for it. I told myself it was insane. But my gut screamed louder than my guilt. 2 days later, I checked the footage. And there it was. They thought I was at work. Eric came out of the shower in just a towel. Lila walked up behind him, wearing nothing but an oversized t-shirt, and not even a bra. She put her hand on his chest. He didn't move away. They kissed. Not a drunk kiss. Not a mistake. It was slow. Intentional. Familiar. Then they went into the guest room. The door closed. And the footage ended. I sat there in silence. No tears. Just pure, crushing disbelief. The man I was going to marry. The man I had given my heart to. Slept with my sister. I stared at the screen for hours. Replaying it. Wishing it was fake. Wishing it was some sick nightmare I'd wake up from. But it was real. The next morning, I got up like everything was normal. I made pancakes. I smiled. I asked them how they slept. They had the nerve to laugh and joke like everything was fine. That night, after they both went out, separately, I packed all of Eric's things into garbage bags. Every shirt. Every sock. Every little reminder of him. I put the bags by the door and waited. When he came home, he looked confused. "What's all this?" "I know," I said simply. His face dropped. No what? I held up my phone. Showed him the screenshots. The footage. Everything. He froze. Mia, it wasn't what it looked like. Don't insult my intelligence. He started crying. Literally crying. Saying he made a mistake, that he loved me, that he didn't mean to hurt me. I laughed. It wasn't funny, but I couldn't help it. You didn't mean to hurt me? You had sex with my sister in our home, while I was at work planning our wedding. He begged me not to throw it all away. Said it was a one-time thing. Swore he'd never see her again. And that's when I told him she had 24 hours to get out too. Lila came back later that night. I didn't say a word. I just showed her the footage. Her eyes widened. Her mouth opened and closed like a fish gasping for air. Mia, I didn't mean, he came on to me. I was weak. You didn't trip and fall into his bed, Lila. Don't play the victim. I'm your sister. Exactly, I said. And you still did this to me. Our parents found out the next day. My mom cried. My dad went completely silent. He later called me and said, you did nothing wrong. Don't let them back into your life. He also called Lila and told her she wasn't welcome at the next family gathering. Said he didn't raise her to destroy her own blood. I thought I'd feel better after kicking them out. But the truth is, it hurt like hell. I felt betrayed. Alone. Like my entire life had been ripped out from under me. I spent weeks crying. Months doubting myself. But then, slowly, I began to heal. I started therapy. I painted again, something I hadn't done since college. I joined a hiking group. Got out of the house. Started living again. And then, I met Jason. He wasn't flashy or dramatic. Just a sweet guy with kind eyes who listened more than he talked. I told him my whole story one night over coffee, expecting him to run. But he didn't. He said, that's awful. But it doesn't define you. We've been seeing each other for 4 months now. It's still new. But it's healthy. Safe. Real. As for Eric and Lila? They didn't last. A friend told me she cheated on him with some guy she met on Instagram. Apparently, Eric tried reaching out to me after they broke up. I blocked him. Because the thing is, I didn't just lose a fiancé and a sister. I lost illusions. Lies. People who never truly cared about me the way I cared about them. But I gained something much more valuable. I gained peace. I gained strength. And most importantly, I learned this. Blood doesn't make someone family. And love doesn't mean loyalty. But loyalty? Loyalty means everything.